Hi everyone, my name is Justin Sadownick. I am a fourth year biomedical engineering and pre-medical studies major at the University of California, Irvine, and I'm also the president of the Biomedical Engineering Society at UCI for the 2020-2021 academic year. This is my BME to Me video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, what I have done to get to where I am, and a little advice for aspiring biomedical engineers. So to start out, what made me choose BME? In middle school, I had experiences with family in the hospital, which inspired me to volunteer in a nursing home. And I grew a passion for patient care, and I knew medicine was what I wanted to do in my career. However, when I started high school, I decided to join the robotics team out of a small interest for engineering. And as I participated on the robotics team, my interest in engineering grew. By the time I was applying for college, I knew I still wanted to go into medicine, but I didn't want to abandon my interest in engineering. And for that reason, I decided to study biomedical engineering and pre-medical studies. I believe having a background in engineering will help me in my career in medicine because an engineering perspective will help me with understanding medical technology and also understanding the properties of the human body from an engineering viewpoint. If I were to describe the field of BME in one word, I would describe it as impactful. The field of BME is so broad and there are so many applications and many aspects of life. This includes cardiovascular devices such as heart valves and pacemakers, prosthetics, biomaterials, tissue engineering. BME includes monitoring devices such as heart rate monitors, pulse oximeters, and the list really goes on and on. Because BME is such a broad field, I believe it is really impactful in our lives. BME is all about creating technology that will save lives and enhancing the quality of life for many people. BME also helps us have a better understanding of the human body as well. So, what work am I currently doing? Before the pandemic, I was researching in a synthetic evolution laboratory. And in my research, I was working on speeding up evolution and taking advantage of sped up evolution to study protein-protein interactions. And protein-protein interactions have applications in preventing cancer metastases or preventing the spread of cancer. I was also a volunteer at Kaiser Permanente Hospital in Irvine, and I believe this experience has helped me greatly for my career in medicine. But even if you aren't interested in medicine and you just are interested in BME, I believe volunteering at a hospital is important because BMEs have to first identify a solution or identify a problem in patient care and then create a solution to solve it. So that includes talking with patients, talking with doctors and nurses, figuring out what issues exist in patient care and in healthcare, and then coming up with a way to solve that problem. My favorite experience volunteering in a hospital was when I was able to use a heart rate monitor on a patient. The reason this was important to me was because in a previous class prior to my volunteering experience, I was actually able to make a heart rate monitor from scratch with a group. This involved learning coding and learning computer-aided design to make the device itself. And when I was able to use the heart rate monitor on a real patient, it was a really special experience knowing that I was able to do something myself. And that was a really empowering experience. So how did I get to where I am now? When I first started college, I joined the Biomedical Engineering Society during my first year. I did so to get to know other people who were majoring in BME, who had similar interests as me, and to get involved in the project they were organizing that year. The project was an aortic heart valve replacement project, and that was something that interested me. And really, the rest is history. I participated in the project, made a lot of great friends. The following year, I got involved in the Bionic Hand project. project that was organized. By talking with upperclassmen in the club, I learned how to get involved in research. And of course, I had to work hard in my classes to expand my knowledge and understanding of biology and engineering. So that is how I got to where I am now. How has BME affected my life? So anytime that I go to the doctors, there's always some device that was made by an engineer, whether it's a device used to check inside your ears, or if it's the syringe to use to give an immunization shot, or even the Band-Aid that's used to cover where you got the shot. All of those are medical devices. As I said before, there's so many applications of BME, and BME is something that you can encounter frequently, and I think that is something special. So what advice would I give to students interested in pursuing a career in BME? I would say that you should first start out by finding what interests you. As I said before, BME is such a broad field, and it's really important to find something that you are passionate about. And the reason for this is because you will be less likely to burn out, and having a motivation and a passion for something will have you go far in your career. And lastly, I recommend uh, finding what interests you by trying new things. So whether that's participating in a project at your school, or learning about medical devices or systems of the body, and even reading the news, because like I said before, biomedical engineers have to first identify a problem before they can come up with a solution for it. So if you're reading the news, learning about issues in patient care, that's a great step to finding what interests you and what you would want to do in your career. This has been my BME to Me video. Thank you for watching.